What's up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back with another video. And today I'm doing my preview and prediction show for the 2021 INDY Pro, which is being held in only hours from now. About 6 to 7 hours pre-judging starts. I'm going to have a full review of pre-judging and also the finals as well. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified as soon as those videos go up. And I'm going to try to get them out pretty damn quick as well. So I'm doing my top 6 for each division. I'm going to go from 6th right down to 1st. And I'm going to start with the Open Pro Men's Bodybuilding. But stay tuned for the 212s as well, as I think that lineup may be even more impressive than the Open Bodybuilding. So I'm going to start with 6th place, and that's Roy Evans for me. So I really don't know where Roy is actually going to place in this show, because I believe this is his first show in the Open. I think he's moving from Classic, but don't quote me on that either. But super impressive shape, really like his flow and his posing and all that sort of stuff. Now it's going to really come down to how good is his conditioning, and also how much size does he have when he stands side by side next to these Open guys. I'm not sure if he's quite there in terms of the size, in terms of the top guys, but I think his shape and conditioning can carry him a long way. So let me know what you think on Roy Evans. In 5th place, I have Dorian Haywood. Now, Dorian's sort of started to prove himself more and more contest after contest. He seems to just steadily improve every show. I mean, he's got tons of muscle, very, very thick. Where he falls down a little bit is his leg size from the quads, and also the midsection isn't quite as tight as a lot of these other guys. But his freaky muscle, I think, can definitely place him in this top 5. Now, from his pre-contest photos and videos, I'm not quite sure if he's in as good condition as I've seen him in the past, but he still does look in pretty good shape. That's the reason why I've got him in 5th place. In 4th, I have Morgan Aste. Now, I don't know where this guy's going to place at all. He did the Arnold Classic last year. That was his pro debut. And he actually beat out Patrick Moore and also Johnny Jackson. Now, reportedly, he's 320 pounds at 6'5" in shape. Now, he was probably the hardest guy, or one of the hardest guys in the Arnold Classic lineup last year. I thought he should have placed higher. So in reality, even though I'm putting Morgan Aste in 4th here, I'm sort of regretting it, even though I've written it down. This guy could potentially win this show. Now, that's a big call. But if a Justin Rodriguez and a few of these other guys aren't in their very best shape, or, Blessing doesn't live up to expectation, I believe Morgan Aste can win this show and qualify for the Olympia, and he's predicted that as well in his pre-show interview with Ron Harris of Muscular Development. So very excited to see how he does. Now, his physique doesn't flow perfectly, but when you get nasty hard, you're 6'5" and 320 pounds, you can beat guys even though you don't have as good shape as them. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Can Morgan Aste, in fact, win this show? When you see the individual photos by themselves, you say no. But I think when you see him standing side by side next to other people and he's outweighing them by, 80 pounds, 90 pounds, then it might be a different story. In 3rd place, I have Dwayne Walker. Now, he's very comparable to Blessing in terms of strengths and weaknesses. They've both got slightly weaker legs. I think, Dwayne's are a little bit down on Blessing's based off a photo we saw of Blessing's legs recently. But Dwayne is in great shape, and that's why I've got him in the top 3 here. Now, he competed for the first time in Open last year, shocked a lot of people, shocked me, and did very well, placing 3rd, I believe, behind Hunter Labrada and Ian Valier in that Tampa Pro. Now, I think he's going to be in line for another top 3 to top 4 placing here. And who knows, this guy could even challenge to win this show. If we get an off Justin Rodriguez, if Morgan Aste isn't quite what we think he's going to be, and he's battling with, Blessing Awodibu, and he actually outconditions him, Dwayne Walker can in fact win this show. And you can make the case for really 4 to 5 guys to win the show, in my opinion. So Dwayne Walker, I have in 3rd. In 2nd, I have Blessing Awodibu. Now, this was a tough one for me because Blessing is in shape. We've seen so many pre-contest photos of Blessing. We know he's in good conditioning. We've seen that photo of his quads that came out, obviously. Now, the video from the back that he posted up, I don't know if that's recent or not, because his hamstrings and glutes from the back definitely don't look as hard, and through the lower back, he doesn't look as hard either. Those upper lats are crazy. They look absolutely sensational, but it just makes me wonder a little bit if that's a new video, an old video, or what's actually going on there. There's been speculation all over the internet about that, but from what I've seen from the training videos, he's got some freaky body parts. He's got sort of an old school, sort of unique shape to his physique, which I love. And I just can't wait to see him on stage. And honestly, I hope he's right up there in this show and he doesn't slip and fall down. Like some people are obviously hoping, people that, don't like the way he's really outspoken. But I'm excited to see what Blessing Awodibu looks like this weekend in just hours' time now. And in 1st, I have Justin Rodriguez. Now, I'm a little concerned because I've seen some of the pre-contest photos where I'm thinking, he's a little bit behind, but maybe he's only a little bit behind in comparison to seeing photos of like Blessing and Nick Walker, who have been, ready sort of early compared to other guys. And, Justin may be one of these guys that pulls it in last minute as well. Now, he has changed coaches as well. He's working with Abdullah from Oxygen Gym. He was working with AJ Sims of Cement Factory for last year, where I thought he brought by far his best ever. He placed top 10 in the Olympia. So I thought it was sort of crazy that he changed up that winning formula. Obviously, Abdullah is a phenomenal coach. Coached in obviously 2019 Mr. Olympia Brandon Curry. So you can't knock Abdullah whatsoever. But Justin really was able to bring the conditioning last year. Now the Oxygen Gym guys typically come in really full. And they still come in hard, but will he be hard enough? That's a question I'm sort of asking of Justin Rodriguez in this show. But I do have him winning. I believe he does deserve that respect. And I'm really picking out of who I think would win. But if I had to take Justin Rodriguez or the field, honestly, I might edge the field in this one because Blessing could win it. Dwayne Walker could win it. Morgan Aste could win it. But you got to go with Justin Rodriguez. I give him the highest percentage chance to win in this show. So let's move on to the 212s, which is a phenomenal lineup, as you guys can see now. No disrespect to any of the guys that have left outside the top 6 as well, because I'm sure some of these guys will edge their way into the top 6, and I'm going to end up looking foolish, but I can't mention everyone because this video will end up going for hours. So 6th place, I have Samir Trudy. Now, Samir should really be going into this show as one of the favorites. He has a tremendous physique. Very round muscle bellies, looks sensational. But in the pre-contest photos, the first ones I saw, there was a quads. Now I'm like, he's shredded, he's in condition, fully striated quads. But I've seen this in previous pre-contest photos and videos and whatnot from Samir Trudy, and then he gets on stage and the conditioning is lacking. So I really want to see him in shape. And when I look at this other photo that he posted up as well, this is, very close to the show, and he's just not looking in shape in terms of that side tricep. So I really want to see him in condition. He doesn't look like he's in good enough condition for me, but his muscle bellies, his shape and everything, it is phenomenal. I would love to see him, his whole body in the shape that his actual quads are in. And, maybe we'll see it. Maybe he'll dry out. I would love to see it. I think Samir Trudy is a really good dude as well. So I do sort of support him, but I don't know if we'll be in good enough shape here, especially because the 212 lineup is stacked. Now, in 5th place, I believe this guy's making his pro debut in the 212s, and that's Nathan Epler. Now, this guy has an amazing physique. I really love this guy's physique as well. Great shape. I think his back needs to come up a little bit based on this pre-contest photo here, but it still flows really well. He's in condition, and I think this guy's going to have a huge future. So Nathan Epler in 5th. In 4th, I have Noel Adami. Now, I was weighing up where to put this guy because he won, I believe, back in 2019. And he looked really good, he's big, hard, that sort of typical 212 looking guy. And he's very thick, his legs are insane from the side, and he can win this show. No doubt about it. I believe he can win this show. He looks like he's in shape. And 4th may be slightly disrespectful, but I have to place them all somewhere. And I feel like if I put any of the top 3 any lower, I'm being disrespectful towards them guys as well. So in 3rd, I have Tonio Burton. Now, I just interviewed this guy. The interview is going to go up probably an hour to an hour and a half after this video. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So you do subscribe and all that sort of stuff. Now, he's 218 pounds, or has been 218 pounds, about a week out. And he's had to really suffer to try to get down to this 212, doing no carbs for, 1.5, 2 weeks and whatnot. And this is, this 218 pound photo here. He looks insanely full, but he's on no carbs whatsoever. So it shows how much of a freak Tonio Burton actually is. He's only been training seriously, he said to me, since 2018 in my interview with him. And that was after his first bodybuilding show. He turned pro in 2019, I believe it was, in the USA's. And he's made tremendous gains. This guy's genetics and also his work ethic as well. I think he's going to carry him a long way. I don't think he's going to be in 212 very much longer. Probably only this bodybuilding contest season. And then in 2022, we're going to see him in the open and hopefully even more gains as well. So super excited to see how Tonio Burton does in the future. In 2nd, I have Derik Oslan. Now this guy, I have to give him his respect. He placed 8th in last year's Olympia. I did not have him, pre-contest as high as that, but his shape is amazing. I love his shape. I love his physique. When he opens up on that front double bicep, it's one of the more impressive front double biceps in the IFBB Pro League. He's predicting a win. He did an interview with Ron Harrison Muscular Development, and he said he's going to win. He's excited because we don't know what he's looking like, but he knows what he's looking like. So that gave me a bit more confidence in him placing top 2 in this show, but there's some damn good guys behind him. And obviously, one I have placing in front of him in this show, and that's John Jewett. John Jewett has placed 4th in the Mr. Olympia back in 2019. Last year in the 2020 Mr. Olympia, he came in off, fell outside the top 10. But these pre-contest photos, he is peeled. Like, he is dry, nasty, shredded. I think this is his best physique of all time. Now, is he ready too early? Maybe he has been. Maybe he'll flatten out a little bit and not quite be his very, very best that he could be. But honestly, I think he will be his best. He is just nasty hard. And I think after the Olympia last year and probably all the commentary around it, which, included from myself, we're slightly critical of him. And I believe for good reason. He's bringing it this time. I'm super impressed. I believe he'll win the 212 INDY Pro. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments below about all my preview and predictions of this show. Who did I miss out on that could be doing this show in the 212s or the opens? Because I didn't look into every single competitor with a fine-tooth comb, but there was some really good guys that I did miss out. I know because I looked at them, and I can't mention everyone, unfortunately. But in my wrap-ups and reviews, there'll be much more detailed, I suppose, look-ins on all the competitors. So make sure you do subscribe, hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of those videos when they go up. So that's it from me. So for Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding, we are out.